Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie or Cakes, and I really just want to put on makeup today and kind of give you guys some updates about how things have been going. So yeah, let's just hop right on into it. So first, I actually want to show you guys just an itty bitty declutter that I wanted to do to kind of kick off this entrance into the fall season. I've been using a lot of the same things, so I've been using them up very quickly. I'm kind of on a low buy, no buy. I haven't really been buying any new palettes, face product, lip product. I haven't really gotten anything new besides one setting spray because I'm decluttering 2 setting sprays today and I would only have one other one. So I'm just going to get into my little basket of declutters right now. First thing I'm going to declutter is my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. It's fine. It's very affordable. I'll have the price somewhere on the screen. It's fine. It works just fine. I think it's very affordable. I might have one more use in this. There's like barely anything in there. Maybe I should just use it one more time today and then I will be decluttering this. Would I buy it again? There are some setting sprays that I prefer more than the NYX Matte Finish Spray. But I would probably buy again, especially if I just need setting spray and I happen to not have another one available. Moving on to my other setting spray that I'm very sad about because this is still one of my absolute favorites. It is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. It's the regular one. It's not D-Slick. D-Slick, I didn't really like that one. There was like a specialty one where it just smelled different, but I think it still applied the same. Love the way it smelled. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. This came in a set with the 24/7 eyeliner in the shade 0. It's just black. And it also came with the Potion Pot Eye Primer. That set was so worth it. Oh my goodness. I will be repurchasing a travel size, or I may bump up and get the full size, but the full size is like $36. It's very expensive. So I just don't know if I think it's worth it to me right now. But do I suggest people get this setting spray? Absolutely. Absolutely. I look great. I look great, okay? It leaves me looking great throughout the day, and then sometimes I'll also take it with me in case I feel like I need to respray, and I also have my blotting sheets in case I need to like blot, touch up with spray, keep it moving. And now I'm actually getting rid of 2 of the foundations that have been featured on this channel for like a year at this point. Ever since I started this channel, these foundations have been on here. Number 1 is my JOA Perfect Complexion BB Cream. It is in their deepest shade Mocha. You can still get it on their website. The packaging is a little bit different. This is an older one. I've had this probably since 2022. So it is old and it's basically empty. I used it for all that it was worth and I'm really happy to be able to declutter it because I used it. Not decluttering it because it's expired. Granted, it might also be expired. Anyways. The other one that I'm going to be decluttering is my LA Girl Tinted Foundation. It has a buildable natural finish. It is in the shade Warm Sienna. I believe this one is also the deepest shade. Granted, it is like a tinted foundation, not a full-on foundation. I would get this again. I think towards the later months of its expiration date, it did start to oxidize on me when before it didn't. So I think it was getting old towards that point. Now it's also barely coming out of the tip. There's not that much left in it, so I feel okay decluttering it simply because I can't really use it anymore. And last thing I'm decluttering, it's about halfway done, and typically I like to use them all the way up, but it's no longer in the shade Crystal Clear. I've shown this on my channel a couple times. This isn't clear anymore. It's about halfway done. It was in the shade Crystal Clear. I'm very bad with cleaning off my doe foots before I put them back in, so it's very much a me problem. It does still work, but it's also gotten kind of like black at the bottom. She can go. She can go. If anything, I will use up the rest of my like shimmer shine glosses, and then I will rebuy whatever I feel like I really liked. For this Essence Extra Shine Volume Lip Gloss, I will definitely suggest people buy this. I would buy this again. It's so shiny. It's so shiny. It makes your lips look juicy and plump. The only downside is don't use too much or else it will start to bleed down and drip down to your chin. So the more you put on and the more you talk, you're gonna eventually stop and be like, Oh my goodness. So that's everything that I am decluttering today. We are going to get into the look. I will be putting on lipstick last because I want to finish my massive mug of tea. This is Knuckles the Echidna, and then it also has Sonic on it. And then lastly, it has my favorite tails on this side. First, I'm going to be starting with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've actually been using 2 primers now versus just 1. I don't really know why, but I kind of like the way my application looks after I apply both. Okay, so I like to put the Poreless Putty Primer all over my face, and then I'm going to go in with my Power Grip Primer, and I'm only going to put it in select places like my T-zone. Sometimes foundation likes to break off like kind of around my nose, so hopefully the Power Grip Primer is going to help it stick a little bit better. So I'm going to let my primer set while I just yap about whatever. I've been having a really awesome time over on my Twitch, just having the amount of support and people come out to like hang out with me and watch me finish these games has really been an amazing experience for me. And I'm just like really grateful to everybody who wants to watch me play games at all. We just finished our way through Alan Wake 1, the remastered version. I will be adding on Alan Wake 2 to our gaming docket. I'm going to be streaming this week. If you'd like to follow me over on Twitch at THXWanderer, it will also be down in the description if you want to go give me a follow. I've also been working on sticker designs. We just did the most recent drop, which was my Powerpuff Girls refreshers, including Professor Utonium. So that's going to be over on my Kofi. They are so cute. They're actually kind of big too. So I'm really excited about that. And lastly, I'm going on a trip very, very soon. I didn't think that we were going to be going again, and I was completely fine with that. But the haunted houses this year down at Universal look very, very intriguing. So it's an annual trip at this point. I've gone the last 2 years. We're going again this year. We only go one time for Haunted Horror Nights. I'm very excited. I don't know if I'm going to film anything while I'm there because I really like to be like in the moment and just like enjoy me and my partner's time together. No camera like in our faces or anything like that. But I may make an amend this time. I may take us around the park, preferably with my phone because I'm not comfortable taking my camera out just yet. I will be working on a new series once I get back. We're going to be doing some more vlog type stuff with it's a series that used to only be photos. It was called A Date with Debbie, where I would like show my friends what place I went to eat, and I'd like take pictures of the food, or I'd show them some of the shops that I've gone to, and I've sent like really nice photos of whatever it is we were doing. And so I thought it would be really cool to like take you guys around and do that like in real time in a video. So we will be putting that together. It will be A Date with Debbie episode 1. I was so excited but also nervous about it. Now I'm actually going to be doing my eyebrows first, which is something that I've started implementing because half the time I would actually forget to do my eyebrows. And I used to really draw them on. I haven't really been doing that lately, not only because it's like really hot, but also I just feel like it doesn't, I don't know if it suits me that much anymore. But we're going to lay everything flat with my e.l.f. Shape and Stay brow pencil. It's just wax. I like to go up and away, up and away. One of my eyebrows is still way thicker than the other one, and like it shows. Please ignore the white cast on my face. Gonna go in with my e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil. It is in the shade Dark Brown, and I'm really just gonna kind of fill it in versus drawing out a completely new shape. See, I didn't add on anything. I didn't draw on like a new tail. Blend in some more of that primer though. I just followed where my brow naturally goes, and I kind of like that a little better now. There we go. It's nothing crazy. It's not perfect either, but I think it does look a bit more natural than the way I used to draw them on. And I'm okay with that. And we're also going to be doing the eyes second instead of last, so that we can avoid more fallout than usual. For eye primer, I'm just going to be going in with that Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion. I've been using this up a lot and I'm really happy about it. Again, it's not my favorite. I don't think it's like bad, but I just don't think it's necessarily for me. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be, you know? There's something for everybody out there. Okay, I've actually already picked a palette today because we're going to go for fall vibes. I decided to bring out my Gather Around Sisters palette from Colourpop. It was the very first Hocus Pocus collab that they did, so it's old. They don't make this anymore. I wonder if they're going to do another one. Maybe, maybe not. This is what it looks like. It has that very, very nice, this like mossy green is kind of what I'm feeling today. I've used the purples. I really like them. It does have a glitter. I think I maybe tried it out one time. I'm not really a glitter person. Like this kind of glitter is not my favorite. They do have some mattes with like suspended shimmer in them, which they're fine. But I think I'm going to go for this duo right here. I think that would be really fun, and maybe add in some of the black that has suspended gold in it. Maybe. But first we're going to go in with this mossy green called Bewitched. I'm so excited. Even though I don't really have clean brushes, I really need to wash them. Going in with a BH Cosmetics brush. This is kind of just like a, you can blend it. It's pretty small, kind of dense. I think I'm just going to use it to blend out the green. My eyes already starting to crease, even though I barely put any on. Okay, I wouldn't say that they necessarily match completely, but it's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the shimmer that matches very well. It is called Yabos, this shimmer right here. I'm gonna go in with my finger first and then clean up with a flat, small brush. So far, I really like it. It's simple. It's not too much. We're not going crazy or anything. I am going to clean it up with this itty bitty flat brush and just kind of work out the shape that I want. And then we're going to go in with another shimmer from the palette for my inner corner. Okay, I just wanted to get them to match a little bit more. I'm going to use the same brush and actually go into Wench. It's really pretty silver, kind of like a brownish silver. I'm going to go in with that one. For the inner corner. And I've never used these shades before, so this is my first time actually using it in application. And their shimmers are always pretty good, though they can be hit or miss depending on what palette you have. Okay, and then I'm also going to take just a little bit to go right in the center. I'm going to take some more of that Wench shade. Just to give it a little bit of a brightening effect once I turn. Is it giving fall? Okay, I think this is pretty much what we've got going on for the eye. I may darken up the outer quarter with I Call It a Bus, this like deeper black that does have suspended shimmer in it, but that's okay. I'm just going to take a very small fluffy-ish brush if I have one. This is the smallest one that I have at the moment. It's not very small, but I don't want to do too much. Always remember to tap out any excess. And again, this deep green already kind of looks black, so I don't have to add too much. I just want to deepen it up a little more. Even then, I don't really think it did that much. I'm gonna go back in with Bewitched, that deep, like kind of a khaki green, I think. Kind of blended it more into the shimmer. I don't know if they match. It's fine. We're going to move on. Now I'm going to move on to foundation and concealer. So for foundation today, I only have two now, which is crazy. Crazy. If I want to go easy, I can go with my Fenty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint in the shade 21. I feel like I could have gone one shade lighter, but this was gifted to me by a very dear friend. Love you, Kirsten. She's my big. And then I also have my Revolution IRL Filter Longwear foundation in F14. I should have gotten F15, but they don't have F15 in the store near me. I could have ordered it online. I didn't want to. I was like, I need the gratification right now of getting a new foundation, and now I'm not suffering from it or for it, but it's like it's a little too pink in undertone. I think I'm actually gonna go with the IRL filter today because I am gonna be filming like all day. I want to get a jump on my pre-filming because my trip is in like only a couple weeks, and so yeah, I think it'd be really nice for me to do that. And today I feel like using my spatula, so we are just gonna pour it. I'm never sure if I've poured enough onto the spatula, but we're just going to go ahead and see if this was enough. If it's not, I will just add some more. All of the brushes that I usually use for my foundation are still dirty, so I'm going to be using this brush right here. It was given to me from a friend. I think I typically use this for like blush, but I think it'll be fine for foundation. Just start buffing it in. I think I am going to apply just another light layer. I feel like this brush also absorbs more of the foundation than I'm used to. Just kind of all around the face and my neck. Okay, then let's quickly buff it in. Okay, this is what the foundation's looking like. I may add a little bit just underneath my eyebrows so that it looks more even. Okay, this is what we're working with. I did go ahead and fill in with my foundation kind of where the eyeshadow meets eyebrow, like that in-between spot, because it was looking really ashy from the primer. And so now we're just gonna go in with blush, highlighter. I don't really contour anymore. I don't really bronze anymore. I am looking into trying out some of the new bronzers that have come out over the past year or so. So maybe. And so now I'm going to go in with concealer and then blush and highlight. I'm almost done with my T, and we're also going to add just a little bit of eyeliner. Going in with that very same e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Deep Chestnut. I've been using this a lot. And I'm just going to go in with that same foundation brush. So I definitely think that the foundation brush still had maybe too much foundation on it. I want to go in with just a little bit more concealer, but I'm going to try my The Most concealer from Kimchi Chic Beauty in Maple. Just a little bit. Use my itty bitty brush to blend out this part of the concealer. Okay, one thing I want to do is, I feel like I lost a little bit of this deep green, so I'm actually going to go in with a very short, small brush to kind of carve it back into the skin. I don't think they're the exact same shape, but that's okay. That's okay. I think that helped a little bit more when it comes to like the shape not matching. Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get. We are not gonna be dipping back into the eyeshadow. Okay, this is what we're working with. I'm gonna be doing like a plum blush, so we're gonna be using the Creme Shop Moncherie blush in French Kiss. It's the deepest one that I have, but I've been eyeing up some purple blushes, so we'll see if I can get my hands on one of those. Gonna be using this kind of a big fluffy brush. It's not as fluffy as I would prefer it to be when applying my blush, but it gets the job done. Yeah, I wish I had something so much deeper, and now I added way too much. So I'm going to be going over it with this trusty dusty foundation brush. It's definitely helping. It's a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna go in with highlighter. I'm gonna be trying out my Dream Sequence palette from Colourpop. I don't use it as much as I used to. It's got some pretty shades. Some of them are more like on the pinky, pearlescent purple side, especially this one. I think I'm actually just gonna go for this basic one right here. It's called Counting Sheep. I'm just going to use my itty bitty fan brush to see if that'll work. Oh, now I remember why I don't use it as much. It's more like glittery. It's still pretty. It's just so glittery and slightly kind of chunky, little crumbly. And in basic, I still enjoy an underbrow highlight, even though it kind of goes everywhere. That is a-okay with me. Gotta get my nose and the sides of my nose. Lastly, my bridge. Had to tap some in because it's not doing as much as I wish that it would, but it's very pretty. I don't think it blends into my skin too good. I'll probably pat some out with that foundation brush as well. Gonna take the last sip of my tea. Okay, I'm going to put on just a little bit of eyeliner, nothing too crazy. I'm going to be going in with my Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes eyeliner pen because I just want to use it up and be done with it. Yep, it's itty bitty. I think it blends in really well. I didn't want it to be anything too big because I think that would take away from the green of the eyeshadow. Bam, it's super small. It blends right into that dark green. That's it for eyeliner. And now we are going to move on to mascara. I don't really want to put on big lashes just yet, so I'm just going to go in with my Urban Decay Wild Lash Mini. It is definitely coming with me on vacation. I've decided not to bring too much makeup with me like I did last time because, again, it was too hot to even wear it anyway. So I'm going to be packing very little makeup, but I am going to bring mascara for sure. Okay, now to finish up this look, I am going to be putting on my lip, I finished my Delicious Tazo Wild Orange Tea. We are just going to be using my Maybelline Super Vinyl Ink. It is in the shade 140 Charged. I don't think they sell this shade anymore, and I don't understand why. It's one of the best shades in your discography. Why would you do that? Like, there's a shade that's kind of close, but it's not the same shade. You have to shake it first. The only downside is it's not very good at layering. Do not rub your lips together or anything. You've got to let it dry, and then it will be stuck all day. I am going to go change my clothes, and then we are going to be back to finish up this episode. Okay, we are back. I've got my wig on. I have on my favorite black velour top. I am going to spray down with the newest product in my collection. It is the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. It is, in fact, a shockingly fine mist. It does not lie. It is such a fine mist, and I think it just feels really good and light on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy at all. I could barely feel it at all, and I do think that it helps my makeup last throughout the day, especially when I'm, like, batch filming, so multiple videos throughout the day that I'm working on. I think this definitely lasts. I think y'all should get this. I think you should pick it up. It's $10. It's not bad, okay? You do have to shake it up, and I'm going to spray down. You definitely don't have to use as much as me, but I like to put on a lot. Actually, I'm going to add just a little bit of powder. I know that we just sprayed down, but Going in with my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder and my Pointed Foundation e.l.f. brush. Okay, just a little bit, and then whatever's left I'm just going to put lightly on my forehead. And as a matter of fact, before this says goodbye, I'm going to add a little bit of this on top. The liquid vinyl is nice that it already is really, really glossy, but I want to add some more. Why not? Even the doe foot looks really, really gross. Okay, this is what we're working with. This is the final look. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty accurate for the fall. But that is it for this video. You guys can still use my code DEADCAKE7 at yesstyle.com for a pretty 5% off. All of my links are down in the description. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I do have updates over there. I kind of post throughout the day random things if you'd like to see more of like the collections that I have. There's just lots of things on there that I will be posting pretty frequently. But that is it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and remember to hydrate. Bye!